Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Friday, January 30th, and this is my morning market breakdown of the US dollar pairs, including gold and a few of the yen pairs. So, as always, I'd like to start off on the US dollar index. I still think this looks like the end of a pullback right here. I still think this looks like a wave one. This looks like a wave two, and we are potentially in a wave three. I have a target from the weekly time frame right here, which is the end of a wave Y. And if this really is a wave three, I would expect a 161, 178 area to get hit also. So I'm definitely still very, very bearish the dollar. I still think the dollar needs to have at least another decent push to the downside. I would expect it to hit that 61% Fibonacci retracement from the weekly time frame also, which potentially would still put us down quite a ways for like that 3, 4, and 5 shape, most likely looking like this on the daily. And keep in mind, this is the daily time frame, so it's still potentially going to take a week or more for this to play out. So keeping all that in mind, we are definitely still bearish on the dollar. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I mean, this whole move right here from this point on definitely looks very, very, very corrective. I'm paying very close attention to my Fibonacci retracement levels. If it does decide to go up and break this high, then that definitely will change things for me. I definitely will become bullish at that point. But at this point, I am definitely looking at this sideways move as very likely just a pullback to this last impulsive move down, which means that I would have to take this information, which would potentially lead to more downside, and I would apply this information to every single one of these US dollar pairs except for gold and the dollar yen, because gold does whatever gold does, and the dollar yen is more of a yen pair in my opinion. So anyways, keeping all this US dollar analysis in mind, we need to apply it to the euro dollar and everything else. So going to the euro dollar, I mean, we've spent about 3 trading days so far. We had a big push up early in the week and then 3 trading days of not a whole lot of price action. Makes me think even more that this move down is just a pullback within an uptrend. I think there's a very good likelihood that we are at least going to go up and get a double top. And if this really is a wave three on the higher time phase, it may not even make a double top. It may just keep on trending up, making higher highs and higher lows. There's definitely no break of structure. There's definitely no engulfing down. There's definitely no lower high. The trend is definitely still up on the daily time frame. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, very overlapping for pretty much the whole week except for Tuesday. Tuesday was a nice push. Never did end up breaking structure to the downside on the 1 hour time frame, so the trend is still up. This to me, like I was saying yesterday, looks like a wave A. It looks like it made 3 waves up already for a B, but then it made what looks like 3 waves down again. So we'll have to keep this very, very close eye on this. It could possibly go up like this, and this would be the B, and then go down and make a C, and then later on go back up or something like that. Hopefully, it doesn't continue to be overlapping like that. The daily time frame potentially is in a wave three, so I'm hoping this 78% is going to be the fib bounce that pushes this back up to the previous highs. And like I said, if it really is a wave three, it could go way beyond those previous highs on the daily time frame. Moving on to the pound dollar, pretty much the exact same story. We had that big push up early in the week, and then we've had about 3 trading days of pretty much nothing. We definitely do not have an engulfing down. We definitely do not have a break of structure down. We definitely do not have a lower high. All we have is a little bit of a fib bounce and then some very, very doji like candles, which makes me think even more that the trend is still up and that it probably is eventually, when it's ready, going to continue up. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, like I said, pretty sideways from Tuesday on. A real nice push up on Tuesday and then very sideways. Looks like a potential A, B. Maybe what this is like a ending diagonal because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. It does have 5 waves. Nice little 61% fib bounce. We really need to see like a nice little break to the upside to help confirm that this is really the end of a pullback. Even if it does continue to be overlapping and corrective, I definitely would still consider it a pullback within an uptrend unless it breaks this low right here. If it breaks that low right here, then that changes things for me, and potentially this is not a pullback, but potentially it's some sort of a turn on the higher time frames. As of right now, I'm definitely looking at this as likely just a pullback to this last move up, which is why we got our Fibonacci retracement on there to help us find areas of support. And moving on to the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar was one of the strongest pairs that we've had, and it still continues to be very strong on the daily. I mean, there's definitely still no engulfing down. There's definitely still no break of structure down. So definitely still in an uptrend. Whether the trend ends here or not, I guess is the question. I mean, we do have a pretty big spike reversal looking candle right there. So if it does close engulfing down today, then next week I would start looking for sorts. But right now, there's no reason yet to say that it's really going down in any significant way. Now, going down to the 1 hour time frame, it did kind of break structure a little bit. But if this is like a wave three right here and we're potentially in a wave four, then you would expect a wave four to break the wave three structure. So breaking the structure is fine as long as it doesn't break and hold with momentum. You know, if it breaks structure and rejects structure, that's still a pretty good sign that it probably is going to make another move to the upside when it's ready. So I'm definitely still looking at this as potentially very corrective. I think it looks like a wave four. I think there's a good chance that we are going to get another push up either today or maybe early in the week next week. And moving on to the US dollar CAD, I mean, pretty much same story. Like I always say every day, all my analysis for every single one of these dollar pairs from the US dollar Swiss up is solely based on the US dollar analysis. So we are definitely down. We have a little bit of a fib bounce, but we don't have engulfing up. We don't have a bigger structure up. We definitely don't have a higher low. There's no reason yet to say that this move down is complete. We could get it pushing beyond this Fibonacci level, and it could definitely go down to a much lower Fibonacci level for sure. So anyways, going down to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, it definitely still hasn't broken any structure. I mean, if it breaks this high right here, that's the most recent, lower high in a downtrend. So lower high, lower high, lower high in a downtrend. If it breaks this high, then that definitely would turn me bullish. Otherwise, anything I see to the upside, I would definitely still be looking at as likely just a pullback within a downtrend. If you pay attention, the market will tell you when a wave is over. And if you pay attention to your structure, then you'll know when the wave is over. Right now, there's no proof that the wave is over, so we kind of need to assume anything we see to the upside is likely just a pullback within the downtrend, likely just a pullback to the last wave of the downtrend also. So anyways, moving on to the US dollar Swiss. US dollar Swiss back up at the daily time frame, pretty much the same exact story as all the other ones. We made a big push down early on in the week, and then we spent about 3 days doing basically nothing. We are definitely not making a higher low. We are definitely not making a golfing up. We definitely do not have a break of structure up. There's no reason to think that this move up may not be just a pullback within the downtrend. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, very corrective from Tuesday on. It still kind of looks like it could push up a little more. I mean, it looks like it could be an A, a B, and a C, but we really need to pay attention to these fib levels. If it bounces from any one of these fib levels, there's a good chance that it might just continue the downtrend. If it does decide to go up and take out this 100% level, which would be the structure that I would be waiting for, then that definitely would be what turned me bullish. But I wouldn't even go long on the break. I would wait for a break. I would wait for a pullback, and then I would go long on the pullback that came after the break, which none of that even has to happen. I mean, it could bounce from the 61 to the 78% and continue the downtrend very easily. And the higher time frames are definitely telling us that the trend is still down, and anything we see to the upside likely is just a pullback within the downtrend. So moving on to gold. Gold is definitely starting to turn down pretty solid. Looks like we do have some sort of an actual turn going on here. It is definitely engulfing down. It did turn at a fib level. This is definitely looking like a solid turn and possibly could be the end of a wave three. If it is the end of a wave three, it likely would be in a corrective wave four for months. So we do have to keep in mind of that. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, like I was saying yesterday, now that we have this break of structure, I said yesterday that you could justify looking for shorts. But we still need to pay attention to our Fibonacci levels. I mean, if it does bounce from one of these fib levels and give us a break to the upside, I would go back to being bullish. If you saw like a double bottom at a fib level and then a break, I would go back to being bullish because there's always a chance this is just a bear trap. I think there's a lot of selling pressure on gold right now. People are really trying to find the top on gold. And even if it really is the top, it's likely just a wave three top on the weekly, which, like I said, most likely would mean that we're in a wave four, and I would expect this wave four to last months, and I would expect this wave four to be a very overlapping pattern on like the daily, weekly time frame. But we'll see what it turns into. I mean, this possibly could just be the very early stages of a wave four. This could potentially go down, make a wave three, eventually make a four and a five, and this would only be the wave A of a big giant wave four. So, like I said, if you are a short type A trader, now that we get this break of structure to the downside, I could definitely justify looking for shorts, but I would definitely pay very close attention to all my Fibonacci levels for sure. And moving on to the yen pairs, the dollar yen. I mean, the dollar yen is actually one of the ones that I definitely could picture going up. I mean, it definitely looks like one of those expanding ABCs that you see, and it definitely looks like it could go up. Just unfortunately, there's really not much proof of that yet. We don't have a break up. We don't have a higher low. There's really not a whole lot of a reason yet to say that it is going up. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, like I've been saying, if it takes out this swing, then that's what's going to prove to me that it's probably going back up in a much bigger way. If it doesn't take out that swing, but instead it bounces from a fib level, goes down and breaks structure, then that's what's going to prove to me that it's actually going down in a much bigger way. So I am definitely still looking at this as possibly being an ABC within a downtrend. But like I always say, if the market proves me wrong, I'm fine with that. If the market goes up and breaks this high right here, I'm fine looking for longs after the break of structure and after the pullback that would come after the break of structure. So just taking it one wave at a time, I am definitely still looking at this as possibly just a pullback within a downtrend. But if it's not, then we should be able to recognize that with a nice solid break of structure, and then we should be able to go long after the break of structure. Moving on down to the yen, pretty much the same exact story as the other yen pairs. It definitely could be like an expanding pattern. It definitely could go back up again. I definitely think there's a very good likelihood that is going to happen. But until it actually either engulfs up or breaks structure up, we do have to realize that it still could end up going down. It definitely did break structure to the downside, and these candles right here look extremely corrective, which makes me think even more that it is going to make another attempt on the lows, at least on this time frame. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, so what do we have here? I mean, there's definitely a little bit of a gap right here that never got filled. So maybe it's making a run for 50%. But to me, I mean, this still looks extremely corrective to me. I still think this looks very corrective. And it very likely could just be a, pullback to the last wave down. So pay very close attention to your fib levels. If it breaks down at the 38, or if it goes up to the 50 and breaks down, then I definitely would take that as an opportunity to go short again. The trend possibly is trying to turn down on the higher time frames, and if it is, then this move up is likely just a pullback to the last wave down. And moving on to the pound yen, basically the exact same story as the other yen pairs, which is why I always say the yen pairs are very good pairs to trade because they're so well correlated. We definitely did get a breakdown in a couple of different spots on the higher time frames, but this move up right here is looking extremely corrective to me. It still never did engulf up. It still never did break structure up. I mean, the trend is momentum and the trend is still down on this time frame. So going all the way down to the 1 hour time frame, to me this looks extremely corrective. I mean, it looks like an A. It looks like it made 1, 2, 3 waves down for a B. It looks like we're possibly already in a wave C. This one also has a little bit of a gap right above the 50%, so maybe it's just making a run for that. But if it bounces from the 50 or the 61%, goes down, breaks to the downside, then that is likely telling us that it's going back down on the higher time frames, and likely at that point it will start making lower lows and lower highs again on the daily time frame. So basically, all the yen pairs to me look very corrective, most likely leading to more down. And the dollar pairs, at least for now, look very corrective to the downside, looking like they potentially could make more movement to the upside, at least until the market gives us a break of structure. I am definitely sticking with that. So anyways, don't forget to check out my website, fxpipcollector.com. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading.